And welcome back to Game 2. I'm Brent Hager here with Dakota Curtis. She's going to be doing most of the talking here today because I'm still trying to get my voice back after being sick for the past couple weeks. Ready for Game 2 after USC Aiken came off with a 11-1 win in Game 1. Lindsey Stokes is up to the plate as Hannah Price is the pitcher for USC Aiken.
First pitch is a ball on the outside.
We don't have updated stats, so we'll still go off the stats from before the first game.
One no pitch on the outside. Oh, just kidding. It's a strike.
Is just called the outside corner. Part of that might be where Kristen Lowry set up and kind of framed the pitch.
Oh, she fooled me.
She's tricky like that. She's also wiry.
1-1 pitch on the outside. 2-1. Big swing and a miss. 2-2.
And Hannah Price comes to the game with a 101 record. This is her second game she started the season. 3.32 ERA. She's only thrown 19 innings. Punished batting 257 off of her. She's faced 74 batters so far this season. 17 strikeouts to 7 walks.
That ball in the dirt. 3-2. Got a full count.
And with Snyder going with Price right here, he might be trying to save Haley Elkins for Sunday against Georgia College, which is a huge game. This is as well, but figures that Hannah Price needs to get some a little bit more experience.
That ball hit, and Julianne Leduc caught it, and she is out at first base.
Great job by the senior playing on a senior day here, but we have one more doubleheader here at home next week.
Now batting, Marty Greenstein.
And Leduc as well as Megan Jean Thrower, second baseman and first baseman, were honored before the game. And it seems like Thrower has about 500 people in attendance with her family. She's taking pictures between games and literally, they're like, everyone get over here, and you look, and it's like a herd of cattle because there's like 70 of them, seriously. But it's great to see that the families are able to come up here and support both of them today on senior day.
First pitch fouled off. 0-1 count.
Is Greenstein?
Yes. Wind seemed to die down just a little bit.
And the wind was whipping a lot here in the first game. And it seemed like the only time it was died down was the 2 home runs that USC Aiken hit.
Very true. Second pitch was a strike.
I know Haley Elkins was, or not Haley, but was it Hannah Price that was a little bit upset that the ball she hit at the warning track would have been a grand slam if the wind wasn't blowing about 30 miles per hour in.
0-2 count with a ball. Yeah, that was definitely robbed by the wind. 100%. That was hit foul into left field. Count remains the same. I thought more home runs were going to kind of get robbed today with the wind, but it's clearly not what's happening.
Well, a lot of it's because the strength that Chandler Terrapin has and Haley Elkins is unmatched by anybody else almost in our league. Just the strength they both have is just, it's phenomenal. Not like Kayla Victor, one of our weightlifting slash cheerleaders who's actually competing nationally right now as a weightlifting competition tomorrow morning. But they, in their own right, they have the bat speed to get through the zone and punch it out of the park pretty easily.
We got a full count here.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Top of the first of game 2. Pacers took the first one 11-1.
That was hit foul to the Pacer dugout.
Great play over there by, was it
Hannah Hyder or Courtney
Courtney
Strauss.
Strauss, the freshman from nearby North Augusta.
Seems to be using her glove as a visor. That was hit out to right field. Leduc caught it, and Megan Jean Thrower with the out. 2 outs here. Top of the first.
We've seen Julian Leduc make several great plays. Really good plays today, but a couple of series ago, I think it was against Flagler Montevallo, she made a couple game-saving plays at second base. It's just phenomenal. Almost kind of like reflexes over there. You wouldn't really expect it sometimes from Leduc, but she's able to get to the ball in a hurry.
First pitch called strike.
Houseman's at the plate. She came into the game came into the day batting 289.
I think both of our seniors have had a pretty good day today. Megan Jean Thrower with her great split catch. That ball hit over to Megan Jean, and there's the third out.
And as we go to the bottom of the first, tied at 0, we want to thank Willie Jules, which if we can get there before the baseball game, or after the baseball game ends tonight, as we're going to do double duty with softball, baseball, we'll probably go there for dinner. So, Willie Jules, we thank you for everything you do, and we'll be back in just a minute.
And we're back. Bottom of the first with Brielle Junglet up to plate.
Number 10, Brielle Junglet.
And as we always talk, I know when I was away, you talked about Sydney Kate Murphy being number 4, but Brielle Jungblut, for us, she works in our office all the time. Number 10 on the field, but number 1 in everybody's heart. Just a kid that's absolutely phenomenal. Fast as can be, looks at strike 1. Usually by the time the ball bounces the second time, she's on second base. She's that fast.
Can you miss her?
It's like, you can't see me. It's like John Cena running around. She looks at strike 2 on the outside corner. And she wants to be more of a power slapper, but all she has to do, literally, as we saw in the first game, is tap it and run. As she had one of her hits was, I think it was her that one of her hits was about 2 feet away from the catcher.
Still didn't beat Leah Bogosian's 6-inch bunt though. That just went right over the line.
That was pretty funny.
That slapped down to third base and just out.
Oh, caught her out. I'm not going to argue, but I had a different viewpoint, and it's pretty close, to say the least. If nothing else, it was a bang-bang play either way.
Very true.
Rewind it on YouTube and check it out for yourself.
Watch our instant replay on YouTube.
Now batting number 4.
This will bring up Sydney Kate Murphy.
And her mother, I believe, is here.
With her roommate.
Okay, wasn't sure who that was. I wasn't sure if it was one of her sisters. First
hit to shortstop. Throw first is in time.
First pitch swinging, and in the first game we talked about Chandler Terrapin came up to help her on calls, and Hannah Price has the ability to do that right now. Coming to the plate.
Hannah Price has 2 home runs in the season.
Now batting number 33, Hannah Price.
Nearly had another win in the first game, but robbed by the wind.
So close.
It's not gone with the wind because it was just short.
First ball called strike.
I believe it was called outside.
Swing there, hit foul. Fans seem to be running out of the way.
Probably trying to make sure it doesn't hit over there, but the cars are. Otherwise, Denny McKellis, State Farm Insurance, call him. He'll take care of everything.
Count 1 and 2. That's fouled straight back.
Pretty good crowd here today on a nice afternoon where everyone seems to be at the Masters except for the diehard fans that are here.
True. Which hey, at the Masters, you can still watch the live stream.
Absolutely, you can as long as it's working. Which we have had some IT issues today, and hopefully it sticks with us. If not, just keep refreshing because we'll be back in just a minute or two. We've contacted IT. We haven't heard back from them, but it's a busy afternoon for them.
Got a full count here as Hannah Price follows that one back.
And the one thing for Coach Snyder's team, they need to be patient at the plate. They don't need to necessarily have to swing at the first pitch. It might be a good one, but you need to make the pitcher work. Kristen Mills comes in the game with a 7.22 ERA
Hits that one back.
in the parking lot.
Yep.
If it shatters their car window, something happens, you can take it to Tyler Starr Auto Center. Bambi Harmon that works there is a USC Aiken alum, former softball player.
There you go. She'll know exactly where it came from.
That wasn't excuse me. I didn't mean to swing and it hit my bat.
We have a lot of old athletes and new athletes here as well. Swing and a miss. It's the third and final out to end the bottom of the first. And we're back with Caroline Edwards up to bat. Hannah Price in the circle. Megan Jean Thrower at first. Julianne Leduc at second.
Yep.
First ball is in the dirt.
You got Sarah Sams at shortstop, Haley Elkins at third. Right to left, you have Leah Bogosian, Briella Jungblood, and Cindy Kate Murphy. Behind the plate, Kristen Lowry. As
That
Price
ball
misses,
fly.
outside.
I'm glad you can see that far because I could not.
I was just kind of guessing. I saw someone that was not too tall. I figured that was Leah.
Yep. Good guess. I see blonde, so probably Brielle.
Yeah, I knew she was. Well, she's already batting leadoff, so we're good there.
True. So we
And
don't count for the strike.
with Cindy Kate Murphy not behind the plate, I figured she was still in the lineup. And
She
left.
already came up once too.
That helps.
Hit to the shortstop. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Good job by Sarah Sims, who had an errant throw in the first game, but came back and collected it and just took her time and fired it over there.
Seems to have recovered really well.
It doesn't. Most things don't phase freshmen. They're not supposed to, kind of naive about stuff. Not saying that badly, but if they make a mistake, they're like, no big deal. I'll get another chance. Where the older you get, sometimes you worry like, oh, I don't want to mess this up.
Oh yeah. First ball missing outside for ball one.
Rozier to the plate. Price just misses with that one.
Hit to Price. Sarah Sams will pick it up. Throw to first. Not in time.
Now batting, Kelsey Hunter.
Tough infield single where Price that she would have let it go. Sam's might have had a play on it, but where she deflected it, kind of altered the play of the ball. But it's gonna bring up Hunter to the plate. Left fielder.
That ball is outside. 1-0.
You see a lot of former Pacers here with, Mackenzie Barber. You got Samantha Chubb. As the ball set to LeDuc, she's going to try to tag the runner. Gets her there. And the double play, the 4-3 double play to end the inning. So going to the bottom of the second, it's all tied at 0.
Megan Jean thrower at the plate with 0-2 count. 1 out.
And sorry about the IT issues.
Our ball was thrown in the dirt as the dirt cheer is ringing out from the Pacer dugout. 1 and 2 is your count.
And the funny thing is that cheer is now done in the baseball press box as well. Not necessarily in the dugout, but the press box.
We need to teach the baseball team that cheer.
I don't know if they really want to cheer or not.
That ball was hit towards the Augusta dugout, but everyone seems okay.
But speaking of baseball cheering, you will see that next year with Versus because Niall Goings is scheduled to be part of Versus, and so he will have to cheer next year.
Might have to watch that.
Along with Kayla Calvert, the tennis player who's probably a better athlete all around than Niall. That's no offense to him. But
well, the dance team will come very easy to her then.
I don't know. She's been off of it for a year, so
That's true.
it's going to be interesting.
That one's followed off towards the Augusta dugout again.
Although I will talk to her next time I see her and see if she will join the dance team again. Because this year everyone's like, where's Kayla?
I think that was a bigger question for a lot of people.
And not sounding bad, the dance team did a really good job. They won a couple things at Can-Am. Did a great job. But Kayla Calvert's one of those things where if someone's not there, you notice in a heartbeat. We've got hundreds of pictures.
Haley Elkins at the plate. 2-0 is her count with 2 outs.
And if you're TCU, you'd be yelling, ball two, ball two.
You would. That's still probably one of my favorite moments so far. Even though I didn't see it in person, I did see it on video. That ball is hit foul, right field.
Into the parking lot, where I learned not to park my car after Julianne LeDuc hit it at practice. I'm not bitter, but I'm still kind of upset that she broke part of it.
She did hit with her car though, correct? Not with the ball?
No, she hit it with the ball, foul ball.
Oh! That one's hit out into center field. And then is dropped as Haley is running to second and is good.
I've never seen her run that fast. But great piece of hitting there. Um, and it's really, I mean, sliding in double, but it was between the shortstop, left fielder, center fielder, just were the one spot where none of them could get to. Literally, it bounced between everyone who was about 3 feet away from each other.
This
Now
will bring up
batting,
the cricket.
catcher,
Kristen Lowry.
And they call her Cricket because her niece and nephew, when they were younger, couldn't say Kristen. They call her Cricket, and kind of stuck.
It's kind of fitting now.
It
She's
is.
very tall and lanky.
She's fiery.
That's hit straight up. Third baseman gets the easy grab. That's the third and final out. In the bottom of the second, 0-0 is your score.
And we're back. Dakota's going to talk now.
This will bring up Kristen Mills to the plate
Pitcher.
as the first pitch was a ball. That one low and outside. 2-0. Inside, I'm being corrected.
Just depends on which side of the plate you're on.
Very true. Still haven't messed up left and right field, though.
Better than Marcus.
That was low and outside. 3-0.
Mills batting 188 on the season. And that's one thing you don't want to do is give a leadoff walk to a pitcher.
Ball
Which
low and inside. Mills will walk or trot to first base.
second base runner of the day for the
Now batting, Ashley
For Augusta.
Lloyd.
This will bring up Ashley Lloyd to the plate.
Boyd comes to the game and has been a standout catcher. I did the stats for Augusta, Georgia College at Augusta a few weeks ago. Great arm behind the plate, solid defensive catcher.
That bunt is right in front of home plate and throws in time. Good throw by Hannah Price.
So Mills moves to second with one out. It's going to bring up Brianna Dickens.
Now batting, Brianna Dickens.
First pitch, high and outside. Ball one. Second pitch, low and inside. Ball two.
It's almost like she's just trying to aim a little bit too hard instead of just letting it go. Just,
Seems to be kind of overthinking it a little bit.
yeah, that's the word I was thinking about. But I couldn't think of what the word was. Thinking.
That ball was hit into right field, just past Pacer dugout. 2-1's your count.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Nothing game here in the top of the third. And the baseball game is just underway. Across the river, or I should say across the river, across the street.
Across the river, maybe across the bridge.
The pedestrian bridge, yep.
Change up just Fell a little bit short. 3 and 1's the count.
Baseball series this weekend, USC Aiken versus Augusta.
Should be a very good series of games, as we're fairly big rivals with them. That ball just low and inside for the second walk. This will bring up
Now batting, Lindsay Stokes.
Lindsay Stokes. Looks like Coach Snyder's going to come into the middle, have a chat. 1 out, top of the third. Each team with a pair of hits.
So as he talks to the team, we're going to be right back in just a minute. And we are back. And Elkins finds the plate, getting a strike against Stokes.
Price.
What did I say?
Elkins.
Oh, sorry. I'm still sick. Okay, maybe not, but
That ball's fouled off. 0 and 2 is your
not like
count.
you haven't messed up ever.
Oh, I know I have. I've had a few.
I was perfect
Jumbled
in my life
numbers.
until just then.
Oh, must be nice.
It was. But it's over. Swing and a miss there on Stokes. Second out. It's going to bring up Greenstein.
Now batting, Marnie Greenstein.
That was my unperfect moment, as I completely blanked on what I was going to say. But I got the scoreboard right.
That's half the battle with what we're doing here, doing multiple jobs here.
Ball falling into the strike zone.
As Dakota's doing scoreboard and broadcast, I'm doing this in stats and helping to reboot the computer every time it shuts down.
Ball in the dirt. Looks like a runner's advance. Count 1 and 1, 2 outs.
It's 2-0. Big swing and a miss there. Strike one. 2-1 the count. 2 outs here. Top of the third. Augusta has runners on second and third.
Two and 1 pitch. Fouled back. 2 and 2, 2 outs. And we're back with Julianne Leduc
Now
up to the
batting,
plate.
number 14, Julianne Ledoux.
One of the seniors here today.
First pitch is in the dirt.
And they're
No,
not,
in the dirt cheer.
I was still looking forward to it because I can actually see him now after the office switched to press box. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
That pitch low and inside. 2-0 is your count.
I'm gonna have to talk to them post game and tell them we need to fix this,
They need to do it more often.
especially next week against Erskine, which the assistant coach and I are pretty good friends. We used to work together at a different school.
That
Taking
pitch falls into the strike zone. 2-1.
taking it all the way, and I don't blame her. He misses with 2 straight. You know you're gonna either get a good pitch or it's gonna be out of the strike zone, but I understand that.
2-1 pitch, fouled off.
Out into the parking lot.
2-2 is your count.
This is a little bit different feel for this game than the first game. When USC Aiken jumped on top early, and then they broke it up in the third inning with the 8 runs.
That pitch is hit to the shortstop. Throw to first is in time. So that'll be the first out. This will bring up Leah Bogosian to the plate.
Now batting, number 1, Leah Bogosian.
Small but mighty.
That's what I was getting there to say the exact same thing. And we saw her get a double here, past the outfielders here a couple weeks ago. She wants to be a power slapper, but she can also hit it 6 inches fair and beat it out, as we've seen before too.
First pitch falls into the strike zone. 0-1. As you can, well, as we can see, the infield and outfield have all kind of creeped in about 5 yards.
And the outfield's almost about 20 feet from the infield, actually. And the only one really back in the infield is the first baseman right by the bag. Misses outside there. 2-1 the count.
It's 2-1. Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's 2-1.
We distracted you, I know.
I can hear the ump, but I don't really see his hand moving. There it is. 2-2 is your count. One out.
Caught the inside corner, and Bogosian doesn't have much of a strike zone though.
She's very. When we say small and mighty, we mean
Like 5
small.
foot.
That ball is low and outside in the dirt. Full count. We got 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Leah will draw the walk as she trots down to first base. And this will bring us back to the top of the order with Brielle Jungblood.
Brielle Bobby Jungblood.
Hopefully the PA
Now
announcer gets the
batting,
name right.
number 10, Brielle Jungblood.
And she does.
Which is good. We had a little issue, I believe it was game 1.
Yes.
But it happens. She's only been on the team for 3 years.
Ball was low and in the dirt. The only reason I knew that is because I saw the little dust cloud pop up.
No, that's why they gave you eyes and glasses.
As Leah goes to second, it is good. As the shortstop kind of just a little bit over her head.
I mean, decent throw, but she's looking more to make the tag than looking at her ball into the glove. And so credit the stolen base to Bogosian. 2-0 the count. And look from Jungblood from looking to sacrifice her over to try to beat it out and punch it in the outfield right now. Or take another ball outside 3-0.
I mean, whatever works.
And you see, as soon as the pitch starts coming to the plate, Bogosian's starting to fake to third base, so you have the third baseman and shortstop both going over to cover the bag, so it opens up the left side of the infield.
That ball falls into the strike zone. 3-1's your count.
And Jungblood's going to take all the way. If you miss for 3 straight, the 50.
Again, from a little bit of technical difficulties, as Augusta is having a little meeting in the circle, as Sydney Kate awaits a pitch.
And they just made sure that they had to call time so our viewers wouldn't miss anything.
Oh, exactly.
It's very courteous of them.
It's like they knew down there.
And if you're Snyder right now, I might send Jungblood to second.
Pitch called strike. As Sydney Kate should have bunt.
And Brielle's on second base with 1 out with a stolen base, and really that's what I said, because if you throw down, you're gonna have Bogosian trying to come home real quick. But now a single scores 2.
Ball also falls not in the strike zone.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 hit apiece. Marcus is yell Yahtzee.
Ugh.
If you want to hear Marcus yell Yahtzee, click over the baseball game after the softball game's done, and you'll probably hear it tonight.
You'll hear him at least call for it once. That ball's fouled out into the parking lot.
And it hit a car.
1 and 2.
Thankfully, it was not mine. I learned where not to park. With
Back. Sorry that some of the intense action got a little cut off by our technical difficulties. Bogosian got caught in a rundown.
after Syndicate Murphy got to reach base on the fielder's choice, but it went 5-2-1, and Bogosian was caught trying to go home. But a wild pitch on the first pitch to Price allowed Jungblut to race home and slide in safely to give the Pacers a 1-0 lead here, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Sidney K. Murphy is now at third base.
And really, the play was close to home, but Jungblut was pretty much standing on home plate by the time that the catcher got the ball. She's like Usain Bolt.
1-0 pitch is fouled off. 1-1, 2 outs.
Back to the tennis courts. Thankfully, they're done practicing for the day, getting ready for tomorrow's match against Francis Marion at noon. We'll probably see a lot of them at the baseball game.
Probably.
Some of them were here earlier, and then I'll probably headed over to that.
1-1 count is fouled down the left field line. 1-2.
Really critical game here for USC Aiken to keep their Peach Belt Conference tournament chances alive.
1-2 pitch.
And followed that one back. Karen Main's 1-2. I thought she missed it completely at first, and I was like, run! Run, Forrest, run! But not so much.
I thought she missed it too, but our view is not quite as good as the umps.
No, our 8 eyes between us two, and
That is hit to the shortstop with the throw to first is in time for the 3rd and final out.
but USC Aiken takes a 1-0 lead on a wild pitch as John Butt scores. Going to the top of the 4th, USC Aiken leads 1-0. And we are back here, top of the 4th inning, with Houseman taking the first pitch right to third base as Elkins fires over for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out. You can't do any quicker than that.
Our PA announcer asked who was the star of Ace Ventura.
I mean, she is young, but everyone should know it's Jim Carrey.
Oh, I thought Ace Ventura was an actor. So I was like, does he
She thought Ace Ventura was an actor, folks. And she's going to have her degree and be a physical therapist here pretty soon. So make sure you go to her.
She is brain smart. Brain smart. She is book smart.
I mean,
That
she
was
was on the
spelled
all-academic team.
She was.
On the all-academic team, but, you know, it's not like it takes that much. It was like a 3-2. And, I mean, but she did a good job. I'm not going to deny it. She's a smart hitter.
She's a good player and she's smart, but maybe not movie or common sense smart.
But she's fun to have around, so we keep her.
True.
At least for like another month.
That one was followed back.
Maybe one more doubleheader for softball, and then after that, I don't know.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna be stuck with her for a while.
But after April 25th, I won't see her again.
That's true.
We have that banquet tonight, the student athlete banquet.
Oh, true.
So it'll be fun. Graduation, I'll be busy, so I will not be going to that.
That pitch was fouled off too, keeping the count 0-2.
But Dakota, as you know, like I don't do senior day. They did senior day up here, and I was hiding back in the parking lot. It's just something I always struggle with, and so I don't do that senior days or graduations.
That pitch is hit to Sarah Sams, who easily grabs it for the second out.
You know, she didn't even have to move. It's like something from the sand lot. She's like, hit it here.
She just kind of took a little side step and
Now batting,
that was
Aaron
it.
Rozier.
A little shuffle.
Hop 2 times. Did the Charlie Brown?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
As Rozier,
Cha-cha slide?
that's what I was thinking of. Rozier comes to the plate. Fouls that one back into the parking lot. And as she fouls that one back, we want to thank Aiken Flooring for all they do. I actually went by and talked to their owners today, and he was telling me about how he was playing golf yesterday and hit it about an 82. I was like, well, that's pretty good. He's like, not for me. I was like, for me, it would be great.
I've only played golf once, and I played with my family, so it was tragic all the way around.
I play golf about once or twice a year, and I get my money's worth. You know,
If you have fun, that's all that matters. That's what I tell myself.
it is.
I played golf, but only mini.
Count 0-2 with 2 outs, as that one is hit back to Price, with Megan getting the out and accidentally running over the player trying to get to first.
And definitely didn't mean to do that, but Megan started to go for the ball and realized she had to get back to first base, and kind of an odd play. The umpire at first signaled it safe, and then he went out because when Megan held on to the ball, but accidentally, you know, Rozier and thrower collided, but thankfully everybody's good to go. And going to the bottom of the fourth, USC can leads 1-0.
Now batting, number 11,
And we're
Chandler
back
Terrapin.
with Chandler Terrapin up to bat.
She has a lot of number ones in her jersey, 2 of them.
It's a lot.
Yeah, she takes the ball there. 1 other count. And they're yelling, that's the ball, instead of in the dirt cheer.
Man, where's TCU when we need them? That ball is hit foul. 1-1.
And Terrapin's impressed me. She smashed a homer in the first game, had 3 RBIs. Leads the team with 6 homers and 29 RBIs on season, slugging over 500. And you don't really expect that from your pitcher, but she's just a dynamic athlete. Or I should say student athlete. I apologize. She is a student first.
As that ball is fouled back, 1-2.
Yes, I've seen her in study hall several times last year, which is right by my office. I ran the softball study hall, so you get to know some of the student athletes a little bit closer with those teams than you do some of the other teams. But it's always interesting to see as she swings and misses that one.
Nope, it looks like she's gonna wander down. Oh, just kidding. She did swing and miss.
Yep.
I didn't know if I messed up the scoreboard or not.
No, she swung and missed it, but the catcher dropped the ball, so she had to throw it to first to make sure she was out. But that's gonna bring up senior Megan Jean Thrower.
Number 15, Megan Jean Thrower.
And if it wasn't for her mother always going, way to go, Megan Jean, on Facebook as a freshman, we would never call her Megan Jean. But now she says she can't get used to people not calling her Megan Jean. So
That one is fouled off into left field. And I can't really see because of the sun, but it looks like Megan Jean is staying alive.
sorry, we had to do the 1970s John Travolta before we were each born, but you know.
Very true. 0-1 is your count. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. As that ball is outside.
Just a bit outside.
Just a little bit. 1-1 is your count.
It's a Friday evening here in Aiken, South Carolina. We're gonna have a lot of fun up here. As
that ball is high and inside. 2-1.
And this rivalry between these two teams is outstanding in every single sport.
I wouldn't know.
Because they don't play soccer anymore, but the volleyball matches are always close. Basketball matches or basketball contests are great. Tennis, USC can beat them. Most times the basketball team split. Women won 2, men lost 2 heartbreakers. But this rivalry is almost unmatched.
We have a full count.
It's kind of like the Masters, unmatched by anything else. Yeah, I just went there.
Yeah.
It's Masters week. Aiken, South Carolina, Augusta here. We're going to have some fun.
That ball is hit
fair.
She trots her way over to first base. Third baseman tried to snag
now
it.
Batting, number 12, Haley Elkins.
This will bring Haley Elkins up to the plate.
And Thrower's asking for a pinch runner.
I don't blame her. She got kind of the easy part over with.
Well, she's kind of hobbling there, so you just wonder.
She has a little bit of a hurt ankle, as I've seen.
Oh, she's stepping out of her shoe is what it is.
Is that Jamie? No. Oh, that's Courtney that came up.
Yep, Courtney Strauss came up, but it seems that they didn't want her. As now Sarah Timmerman is coming up to be the pinch runner.
And Timmerman.
Pinch running for the Pacers, number 7, Sarah Timmerman.
And Timmerman's coming in the game, but played shortstop pretty much all year long, but suffered an injury on her throwing hand, so she's been designated to pinch runner. But she's probably the fastest one from Abbeville. I mean, just.
Is she the only one from Abbeville?
No, it's a big town. But we talked before the game, and it's good for her to get back in the game. And smart runner.
As Haley Elkins hits that one into center field. Center fielder easily snags it. That's 2 outs. This will bring up the Julianne Leduc.
No, it's going to bring up Lowry.
Oh, just kidding. Julianne tricked me.
It's not very nice for a senior to do that to you.
Nope.
Now batting,
I've said
number
such
13,
nice things about her.
Kristen Lowry.
And Lowry, whose family I believe was here.
The cricket. As that ball falls in the strike zone as Timmerman makes a run for second, but gets out with a 3rd out. That leaves us with no score in the bottom of the 4th, but Pacers lead 1-0. top of the fifth with, you okay?
I am good. I almost fell out of the chair.
Okay, with Kelsey Hunter.
Oh, it's one of those days for us, at least for me.
I was really getting ready to laugh, but
After you checked to make sure I was okay.
I was gonna check to make sure. I was gonna do the plate thing and make sure you were okay.
Well, Taylor would probably laugh at me.
She's not in the PA. People would actually hear me.
People can hear me too.
First pitch swinging into right field, and Bogosian there and gets the line out. One pitch, one out. Great job by Bogosian to fight off the sun. But she is wearing a visor. It's probably a kid size.
Now
Probably.
batting,
It looked like she
Kristen
waved to
Mills.
her fans too as she was
Well,
running back to her spot.
Her mother's here today. I saw her. I saw her mother baked or something, and she didn't bake me anything, but I saw she baked something for Leah, which I mean I guess I understand.
Yeah. It's like your child, so probably an attachment there. First pitch is fouled off.
As Mills comes to the plate trying to help herself. And I understand you bring stuff for your children, but you know I think of the softball team as my family as well. After being around them for so
I'm
long.
starting to feel that way too. I feel like I have a different attachment to these girls because I talk about them so much.
And we do the cheers in the press box.
That was a big swing and a miss. 0-2.
And folks, if you just see maybe we might put the Facebook Live on us one time when we do the cheers in the press box, maybe on next Thursday against Erskine.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll see how it goes, and you all will laugh. 0-2 the count.
That was a big strike by Hannah Price with 2 outs now.
Yes, her third strikeout of the day.
Now batting, Ashley Boyd.
This will bring up Ashley Boyd.
Who we just saw throw out Timmerman at second base. And a great job by Boyd. And I really think that defensively she's one of the best in the league from what I've seen.
That's hit to right field as Brielle Jungblatt picks it up.
Gets it back in.
That was a great hit
It was.
as she makes her way to first
Now
base.
batting, Brianna Dickens.
Yes, Brianna Dickens comes to the plate.
First pitch is low
No,
and inside.
Yep. Winner of the count, 2 outs here, top of the fifth, runner on first base. Price misses outside.
2-0.
And that's the one thing you got to be careful here with this is the number 9 hitter for Augusta and turns back over the top of the lineup, which is very dangerous.
2-0 pitch, high. 3-0 is your count with 2 outs.
It seemed like she was going for the changeup and just kind of gripped the ball too long. You could see it holding in her hand and just a little bit too long.
I tried to pitch once and I realized softball was not my sport.
Did you see Versus this past week on PatriotSports.com?
I did not. That pitch was outside. Runners will advance.
It's going to bring up Stokes to the plate. But this episode of Versus, they did not. Actually, they had softball this week. And you can see Nader Faki and Kayla Victor, not softball players.
It's like we're having a meeting.
And as Snyder comes up to the mail, we also want to thank Innovative Solutions for all they do for us. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, the South Carolina Education Lottery, which I have a winning lottery ticket in my bag, actually. Denham County State Farm and Willie Joel's Barbecue. Thank you for all you do. If it's not for their other support, we would not be able to video stream. So, thank you for everything you do. When y'all are in town, go visit Willie Joel's. You know, if your car needs work on, or your student athletes or your family here in Aiken need it worked on, Tyler's Tire and Auto Center is the place to go to. For all your flooring needs, Aiken Flooring. But we're going to take a break, mainly because I need to rest my voice for about 30 seconds.
And we're back, top of the fifth. All meetings are adjourned. We have a runner on second and first as the first ball falls into the strike zone. So clearly the talk went well.
I like your use of the word adjournment.
I like the word shall, and maybe adjourned will be a new one to catch on, as that ball is far and outside for 1-1.
I'm trying to go with the screwball on the outside corner and missed.
The ball was in the dirt, 2-1. That ball hit to center field. Brielle Jungblut with a great catch.
And
Gets the third and final out as we go to the bottom of the fifth.
And we are back after we had a rousing rendition of the song that Taylor Stratton was singing just a minute ago.
Bright-eyed girl.
Yes. As we have
Now
Kristen
batting,
Lowry coming back to the plate.
Kristen Lowry.
As she was batting in the last of the fourth, but runner caught stealing into the threat.
First pitch is fouled back. 0-1.
And really, Mills has done a great job in the circle for Augusta today. Having come into the game with a 7.22 ERA, you really couldn't tell it because she's been dynamic for the Jaguars.
That pitch again fouled off. 0-2. She has. I'm impressed.
And really, you see that Hannah Price, who hasn't pitched a ton this year, has done an outstanding job as well. Holding the Jaguars scoreless right now with 2 hits. I mean, 5 hits between the two.
That ball was low into the dirt as Kristen makes a run for first, and that will be the first out.
He's going to bring up Julianne Leduc.
Now batting, the second baseman, Julianne Leduc.
Just had a few good catches and snags in the infield today.
Absolutely. She had a couple base hits in the first game, I believe. You might have to talk to her and Megan Dean post-game just because they're seniors. Maybe.
That seemed like the right thing to do. That ball is foul or fair.
No,
Nope,
it's
foul. I cannot see because of the sun. But I will take your word for it.
Well, he said the umpire went foul. That's
I
the reason.
can't even see him. But
So
that was because of the camera.
We're just going with the, can we hear him say strike or not? Pretty much. But the sun is right in our eyes from left field coming in, and it's kind of bright.
And it's very, very bright.
And that ball's in the dirt. And that was the famous cheer.
Famous dirt cheer. That ball is fair as she makes her run to first base. So this will bring up Leah Bogosian.
As you said, she might be small, but she is mighty.
Now batting, number 1,
my niece
Leah
said the same. They say the same thing about her.
I've never been told I've been small.
Well, you're about 6'4". Okay, not really like five, but what 5'11" or so. 6 foot.
5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
That ball is low and outside.
And she really doesn't have a strike zone, which is a benefit for USC Aiken. One of the count, one out, runner on first. Pitcher lead 1-0. And takes another ball high and outside, 2-0 count. And Boyd tried to look back, LeDuc, and Julianne was like, I'm not moving at all.
Yeah, she didn't really move off the bag. That ball finds the strike zone, 2-1.
Which it is kind of amusing to me that Boyd sits there and looks like she's going to fire to first base, and the second baseman's running right past LeDuc, and LeDuc's like, I'm standing on the bag. But
that ball is hit straight up. Easy catch by the catcher.
Yep, 2 away here, and it's going to bring up Jungblut. No, it's...
Yep, it's
it
Jungblut.
Okay.
Brielle Jungblut.
Now batting the center fielder.
At first,
Brielle Jungblut.
I thought it was a pinch hitter with Hannah Hyder, but...
That would have been a good one. Everyone's favorite name.
It is. Best hitter from South Aiken High School. Sorry to Alex Mills, baseball freshman that is really an outstanding player. Great hitter, but Hannah Hyder's she's smoking it this year. Batting .404 on the year.
This Brielle hits that one down line, but makes it.
Ooh, they said that
in time.
Yeah, but they said the ball was foul, and I'm kind of questioning that because she picked it up when it was still on the foul line.
Yeah.
But 1-1 the count. I'm not going to argue. The angle a little bit skewed up here, but very close call.
As that ball is hit into center field. Easy snag for the center fielder, as that is the third and final out. Still 0-1. Pacers lead in the bottom of the fifth. Bottom. And we're back at the top of the sixth.
Now batting Alex Head.
With Alex Head starting off the batting line for Augusta.
Yeah.
I don't really know what
leading off.
Leading off, that's the words I was going for. As she fouls that one back. 0-1.
And that might have been the play that a little bit ago when the umpire signaled that substitute with.
Oh.
But
yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell.
I blame it on the sun. As that ball is low, 1-1. Big swing and a miss there, 1-2. Hannah Price is on fire. She's the girl that can do it all. Try to get her chase that one outside, 2-2. That one's hit foul.
Which is good because she would have been on first base. She's pretty quick.
Looks like Megan Jean Thurr was catching an invisible ball over there. Seems to be entertaining herself at first base.
Just misses there.
Full count.
Fouled that one back. Count remains at 3-2. Just misses there. Loses her. So leadoff walk with Houseman coming to the plate.
Now batting, Lydia Houseman.
And we're going to have a little bit of a pitching change as Terrapin's going to come in for Price, and we'll be back in just a minute.
We are back. We have runners on third and second. Rozier is up to bat.
With one out as Terrapin's the pitcher.
Ball's a little low for ball one. One and no pitch. It's called a ball. 2-0. That is hit foul. 2-1 is your count. That ball is hit high into right field, but goes in easily, makes the catch. 2 outs, and it looks like a run will be scored.
So it's 1-1 here, top of the 6th, 2 outs.
And a runner on third.
Kelsey Hunter.
This will bring up Kelsey Hunter to the plate. Very big gust of wind.
It's like a hurricane, except for not so much, or a sandstorm.
No rain, or more like a sandstorm.
See, I knew it was one of those things.
What? Close. A hurricane and sandstorms have very much similarities. Very much. So there's that. As that ball is fouled into the parking lot.
Yeah.
0-1. The 0-1 pitch is high. 1-1. That ball is hit to center field as another run is scored. Brielle Jungbutt with the easy catch.
So it's 2-1 now. Jaguars are taking the lead. Both those runs belong to Hannah Price.
Now batting, Kristen Mills.
The ball was just out of the reach of Terrapin and Sarah Sams.
This will bring up Kristen Mills.
Yep, the pitcher.
A big swing and a miss for 0-1. 2 outs. Runner on first as the sun is starting to set finally.
So you can actually see the field again?
I can see the field. I actually know Sydney Cates in left field. That ball high, 1-1. Still have a lot of dedicated fans out here though. One pitch. It's a strike. 1-2. One-two pitch outside. 2-2. That pitch was low. Full count. That will draw the walk as runners advance. This will bring up the catcher, Ashley Boyd. He's had a great defensive effort today. Two outs. First pitch, called in for a strike. Oh, and 1 pitch is hit to Julianne Leduc. Easy out. So that's 3 outs. 2 runs were scored at the top of the 6th for Augusta as they now lead 2-1. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. Leading off with the one and only Sydney Kate Murphy, even though her number is 4. With her Irish jig.
Yes. Shipping up to Boston by Dropkick Murphys. Dropkick Murphy. Great group.
First pitch, she hits. Foul. 0-1.
You know, she was just thinking, I just want to tie it on the first swing and or at least get on base and be on the second base, and can't go from there. But they need to be, take their time and really get to Mills.
0-1 pitch in the dirt. 1-1. She pops that one up into shortstop with an easy grab. First out. Bringing up Hannah Price, who definitely helped the cause and has definitely helped cause her cause and the team's causes before.
Absolutely, and this is the time they need it.
Ball is in the dirt. One 0 pitch. Strike. 1-1. With 1 out. That one's across the board.
Marcus with Yahtzee.
He doesn't have his Yahtzee yet.
He's got 5 of them up there.
If we scatter him, that has hit into shallow left field.
This is about as shallow as you can get to left field.
That's almost like ankle deep.
You talking about like water being ankle deep?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Shallow.
Oh.
Now batting, number 11, Chandler
She adjourned
Terrapin.
the batter's box and went to first base. How about that?
There you go. This will bring up Chandler Terrapin, trying to help her cause, as she did in the first game with a 2-run home run. As she pops that one up. But it looks like we're going to have a fight over who can catch it, but no one did.
And right next to an elderly person who just didn't move at all, and everybody else is running out of the way, and she's like, nope, it's not going to hit me. And it didn't.
She wasn't worried about it.
But no one there to protect her either, which is kind of sad. But she's good.
0-1 pitch to Chandler. Is fouled back. 0-2. 1 out. Hannah Price hanging out at first base.
Not really a threat to steal.
No, not too much of a threat, but they thought Julianne Leduc was a threat too.
That's true.
0-2 pitch in the dirt. 1-2. As the in the dirt chair is underway. I'd really like to see Coach Snyder get in on it one day. It's one of my goals. As that one is slapped to the shortstop. They get the runner out at second, but Chandler is safe at first as she advances to second base. She's good. So this will bring up the senior, Megan Jean Thrower, to the plate with 2 outs.
Now batting, number 15, Megan Jean Thrower.
She has all of her family members here. As I've been told, it seems like 500 of them.
Just about.
Maybe 498. Maybe rounding up a little bit. As the first pitch is low. Now Chandler Terrapin is a threat of stealing. But they made sure that she was secure at second base.
I do know that not everyone from Goose Creek is here, though, because Devontae Wright, one of the former basketball players from Goose Creek, is not here. But just about the rest of the town is here for Megan Jean Thrower.
2-0 count to Megan Jean. As that ball is called a strike. 2-1. 2 outs. Chandler resting at second base.
Looking in on the pitch and see what happens here.
As Megan Jean slaps that one into far left field, but just foul.
I mean, we're talking about 2 or 3 feet away from being a home run. It was that close.
We have 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
2-1 the score.
Almost a Yahtzee. As that one is in the dirt. We have a full count here, and the in the dirt cheer is in full blast. As that was low, Megan Jean strolls down to first base. This will bring up Haley Elkins to the plate.
Now batting.
Elkins is
12,
1 for 2 in the game.
Haley Elkins.
As Augusta's pitcher has a little meeting.
And honestly, if I'm Augusta, I walk Elkins and get to Lowry. And not offense to Lowry, but she's popped out to the third baseman and struck out today.
I agree. That's what I was kind of thinking as well. They probably might want to walk Elkins, but at the same time, that does load your bases. So you could easily tie the game if Lowry gets a single or possibly a double with her speed. As that gets popped up into the infield, an easy snag for the second baseman to get the third and final out. As we leave the bottom of the 6th with no score, Augusta still leading 2-1. And we're back, top of the 7th. Chandler Terrapin still in the pitcher's circle with Brianna
Dickens.
That's why we keep you around, keep you in line.
Keep you on your toes.
Keep me on my toes, in line.
Some of those things.
We want to see if he's paying attention by messing up.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're making sure our SID is paying attention because if I mess up, he can correct me. Even though he's sick, we'll give him a break. But it is 0-2 is your count.
Good job on the scoreboard.
Huh?
Good job on the scoreboard.
I'm holding it down over here. That ball was a little outside, probably trying to get her to chase. 1-2.
As we see that Augusta and USC are tied at 2 in the top of the 5th at baseball.
One-two pitch, fouled back. Hide your children, hide your wives, hide your cars. One-two pitch is hit into center field as she rounds first base, but will stay.
Jungbuck gets the ball back in a hurry. It's back to the top of the lineup now with Stokes.
Now batting, Lindsey Stokes.
And you see the energy from Augusta is a little bit more than what USC Aiken has right now, and hopefully they can turn around here momentarily, and they're going to need that to be able to get back in this game. As Terrapin misses outside, 1-0 the count.
Pitch is bunted back to Terrapin as she throws to first base. Gets the easy out as Megan Jean Thrower hits the deck and Leduc makes the out.
Now batting, Alex Head.
This will bring up Alex Head to the plate. 1 out, top of the 7th. Augusta still leading us, 2-1. First pitch picked up by Haley Elkins and thrown perfectly to Megan Jean Thrower to get the second out.
Good job by Thrower to stay on the bag. There's times I like the fact that she doesn't have much of a vertical, and that was one of them.
That's very true.
But Elkins has a cannon for an arm and got her up by a couple steps.
First pitch is a little slap to Sarah Sams, but gets the easy out.
So we're going to the bottom of second. Pacers need to run to tie it up, trailing 2-1.
And we're back, bottom of the 7th. We're going to have a pinch hitter, Courtney Strauss, coming up to the plate.
Yep, batting .266 on the season.
Now
has
batting,
17 base hits,
Courtney
3 for doubles,
Strauss.
7 RBIs on the year, batting having a .313 slugging percentage.
First pitch, a little low, 1-0 your count.
And if you're USC Aiken, you need to take some pitches here. Make her throw strikes. That was her 100th pitch of the game.
That ball is popped up into right field. Easy snag by the right fielder, though. And as I glance over to the Pacer dugout, they seem to have their rally caps on as Julianne Leduc struts up to the plate.
There'll be no time like the present for the senior to get a hit.
Now batting, number 14, Julianne Leduc.
First pitch, a little outside, 1-0 your count. One no. Big swing and a miss. Tell she really wanted a piece of that one. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. It's fouled back. 1-2. That pitch
Fouled off.
fouled off.
Otherwise, I'd say run.
Run, Julie, run. We're going to have a moment and go chat in the pitcher's box for a second. Circle, not box. Shapes are hard.
They're difficult. How'd you do in geometry?
I would rather not talk about it. Luckily, the teacher was also my track coach, so...
So he had to pass you, or she had to pass you.
Yeah, just a little bit. That pitch just hit over the shortstop's head.
And she's going to be safe on first, and it would not surprise me to see a pinch runner here.
And it looks like Lindy Dorgan.
And pinch running for the Pacers, number 6, Lindy Dorgan.
If it looks like Lindy Dorgan and has a number 6 on the back, it probably is Lindy Dorgan. What do you think?
If it quacks like a duck and looks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Or Lindy Dorgan. But she doesn't look like a duck.
No.
I can joke her because we have class together.
Does that mean I can joke with her because she's one of my 225 athletes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's exactly what that means.
And you're going to have Hannah Hyder at the plate.
Now batting, number 5, Hannah Hyder.
Hannah Hyder, batting 404 on the season.
Everyone's favorite name.
Absolutely it is.
That ball's a little outside.
The product of South Aiken High School, just up the road. By just up the road, I mean about 7-minute drive.
Yeah, not that far at all. That ball was a little low and outside, 2-0. Lindy Dorgan's looks like she's itching a little bit to get to second base.
She probably wants to come around and score.
I don't blame her. That pitch finds the strike zone, 2-1.
Hannah Hyder has 3 extra base hits in the season, slugging .462.
2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 2-1.
A little bit of encouragement from her family, I think.
It'd be great to see the freshman get a nice hit here. Fouled that one back.
She stays alive. And the swing and the miss there for strike 3.
This will bring up Brielle Jungblett, I believe.
It will. With 2 away, but you've got 2 of your fastest people.
Now batting, number 10, Brielle Jungblett.
Got 2 of your fastest people. One on base and one at the batter's box.
Ball is low and away. 1-0. A little outside. 2-0. Ball finds the strike zone. 2-1. 2 outs. Pacers only down by 1. Could really use a rally.
They need it to win a game.
Not called a strike. Brielle doesn't seem too happy with that, but Augusta is extremely happy with that call.
She's going to make the pitcher think here for a second.
Mind games are always good, unless you're the one getting the mind game played on.
The game theory is what it is.
That ball just outside, but Brielle did get the end of her bat on it to stay alive. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Still alive. Still hanging in there. That's hit down third baseline, but just foul. But I blinked and almost missed Lindy Dorgan rounding second.
No, she was on her high horse.
She was. She was on her pacer. Even though that's technically the rider, so I guess she was the pacer. Horse knowledge coming at you.
I'll just stay out of that.
2-2 pitch.
Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of 7th inning. We'll see what happens now. You see Bloops went into left field. And there's going to be runners on first and second for Sydney Kate Murphy. Great piece of hitting by Jungblut to be able to just stick a bat out and get a hold of it.
Just what the Pacers needed now that we bring up Sydney Kate Murphy to the plate.
She's been in this position a couple times this season
Sydney Kate
with
Murphy.
chances to win it, chances to tie.
If I was the pitcher, I'd be a little intimidated.
They're going to call time real quick to go out and talk.
As she's dancing. I think that's more of a mind game than anything else.
Well, we talked about this. Sydney Kate Murphy used to do some Irish dancing. Talked about how she would have like $3,000 outfits type stuff to do everything. Absolutely phenomenal. She's done a little bit of her high kicks, which I didn't know you could get your leg up that high. But absolutely great kid. She was battling a fever earlier this week, 102 fever. She blamed me because I was sick last week, and I was like, it wasn't my fault that you're sick.
That's the obvious.
I texted you, it's not my fault. She fouls the first pitch off. 0-1 the count.
I think if I was a pitcher and I saw someone coming up doing an Irish dance, I don't know what I would think. I think I would just be like, okay, that's that.
Right. And so we'll see what happens. 0-1 the count.
She follows that one back. 0-2. Pitch was low and in the dirt. 1-2. And if I was worrying if it was in the dirt or not, I can always just look to the Pacer bench and see they're doing the dirt cheer.
Absolutely. Fouls that one back out of play. Stays alive.
And the press box is still standing.
It was on Taylor's side anyway, so
You're right.
it's fine. If it doesn't, as long as it doesn't hit my face, then it's good because this is a moneymaker for me.
Is it? Is
Yes.
that why it's for radio?
Yes.
And not for TV? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just making sure. She hits that one to first, and that is in time for the third and final out as we go into the bottom of the 7th. Scoreless.
So that does it for the game, folks. And we'll be back here on Thursday when USC takes on Erskine in the home finale. Pacers split today, lose the second game 2-1.